David O'Sullivan here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about 3 new Blu-rays that I picked up. I thought about doing this video because the past few weeks I picked up these 3 Blu-rays. I've got these 3 now, so I may as well do a video and talk about them. Let's just get going, and the first Blu-ray up, it is Spotlight. For me, I think Spotlight was one of the best films of last year. I didn't have it on my best films of 2015 video. If you want to check that video out, I'll put a link down below. I probably would have put it on my best films of 2015, but I didn't get a chance to see it until just after I did my best films of 2015 video, so I wasn't able to put it on my list. I'm not sure where I'd put it on my list thinking about it now, but it would definitely have a high place, for sure. Because for me, out of all the awards films, this was the best one, and I was really rooting for it to win Best Picture, and it did. I'm not sure if this is the kind of film you can just watch with your friends and chill out and have a good time, because it's quite a serious, depressing subject matter, but it's handled really well, and it's such a well done film. So many films nowadays are really big and flashy and over the top, and that's great, say if it's a sci-fi or an action adventure, but with this being a very grounded, real world, gritty drama, it needed to be very subdued and very kind of understated, and it was. You know, it wasn't played up. It's a great cast, you know, Mark Ruffalo, Michael Keaton, Rachel McAdams, Liev Schreiber, John Slattery, Stanley Tucci, and I think there should definitely have been a Best Ensemble Cast Award, because they should have won it. But anyway, even though we got all these big stars in it, it wasn't this big, flashy, over-the-top thing. It's very kind of underplayed in the fact that it was very kind of subdued and understated. Like I said, it wasn't big, flashy over the top, and maybe someone could watch this and think, oh, it's a bit dull, it's a bit boring, but I don't think it is. Yes, it's not some big, flashy, over-the-top, flamboyant thing, but I think it was extremely well done, and I think it was very realistic. Like, it didn't feel like it was a dramatised recreation of past events. It felt real, it felt almost documentarian in that way, but at the same time it was really well filmed as well. It was quite cinematic, and I really liked how it looked in terms of how it was shot. I really liked the pacing and movement of it, because it's all dialogue sequences. It could have so easily just been really dull and long and boring, but it wasn't. It had a great movement to it, I thought. The rhythm of the piece, how it flowed, you know, it was very fast moving, I thought. It never stayed in one place for too long, or, you know, it kept moving. It had a really nice flow to it, it was paced really well, I thought. Of course, great performances all around. I would recommend seeing Spotlight. It's not like a must buy on Blu-ray or anything, because it's not some big flashy epic sci-fi fantasy action adventure or anything, but it is a great film, and I think it is worth checking out if you haven't seen it. Like I said, one of the best films of last year, I thought, so yeah, I definitely recommend checking out Spotlight. And the next film up, it's The Revenant. Another one of my favourite films of last year. Again, another one that was on my best films of 2015. I thought it was such a great film. Alejandro González Iñárritu directed it, who directed Birdman, which is another one of my favourite films of 2014. It's quite a different film. It's not that much like Birdman, but then it is kind of like Birdman stylistically in terms of how it's shot, in terms of how it looks. You can tell it's the same director and the same cinematographer. Again, another one based on a true story about Hugo surviving the being, you know, mauled by a bear and left for dead by his own bear, and he gets, you know, buried alive, and it's just kind of this epic tale of survival. And again, this is another film that could have been really kind of over the top, but it wasn't. It was it felt very real. You know, oh my god, it's one of the most realistic films I've ever seen. Usually you don't think about how a film was made because you're so engrossed and so immersed into the world of the film, and you are with this song. It's really immersive, and you're really invested with what's going on, but at the same time, you know it's a film. When you're watching it and you're like, how the hell do they film this? There's some shots in this film that still, I genuinely have no idea how they did it, where it's the camera's moving all the time, similar to Birdman as well. I mean, it's not one really long take for the whole film, but there's loads of really long takes used, which I really like, because that really helps to immerse you into it. There's nothing I can't stand more with action films that just are cutting all the time, and you just can't get into it because it's just crazy fast-paced cutting all the time, just to kind of hide the fact that it's not very good. You know, but with this, we get really long takes. It's not an action film per se, but there are kind of action sequences in it, and fights and stuff, and chases, and how it's all filmed as well. Like, you know, like I said, with the really long camera movements, the camera's all moving around all the time. It can just go off, running off with someone on a horse. It's going all over the place, the camera, going underwater, it's going everywhere. I'm like, how the hell did they film this? I mean, they probably had like cars and cranes and stuff like that, but at the same time, they're out filming in the middle of the wilderness. Like, you know, it's like, I don't know how they did it and how they how did the crew, and I don't know how they did it, to be honest with you. It's just, again, such a remarkable piece of filmmaking, one of the best films of last year. I mean, it is really worth checking out. Of course, it won Leonardo DiCaprio his first Oscar, finally. I think he should have really won for Wolf of Wall Street and Inception, but, you know, whatever. It's quite funny, actually, when you watch it, because it's like, he put himself through so much of this for real, and it's like, is this how far he had to go to get the Oscar? It's like, oh my god, just give me the Oscar already! He had to put himself into icy cold water, eat raw fish, raw meat, sleep inside of a dead horse, and like, okay, fine, we'll give you the Oscar. Just give you the Oscar, okay? I still find it funny, that bit at the end of the film where he just suddenly looks into the camera. Every time I just read it as, was that good enough? Was that good enough for the Oscar? Just God, please give me the Oscar already. What more do I have to do? What more do you want from me? But yeah. And of course we've got Tom Hardy in there as well. Another film with a great cast, great performances all around, great direction by Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu. Wow, what a long name. So yeah, Revenant, and of course the bear scene, just, you know, absolutely incredible. Looks so real. But so yeah, if you haven't seen The Revenant, I would definitely recommend checking it out. So yeah, Revenant. Oh hello, Deadpool here. You're probably wondering why the red suit? That's so bad guys can see me bleed. Okay, so the next film up, it's Deadpool. I haven't actually watched this yet since getting it on Blu-ray. I've had it for quite a while now, but I haven't actually had a chance to watch it. I may watch it today after this video, who knows. I only saw it once in the cinema. I'd like to have gone and seen it again, but probably one of the best films of this year so far, actually. I mean, it was a real, not necessarily a surprise. I mean, I kind of expected it to be good, but it was just great that after all these years, I still can't believe it now. The fact that I'm holding a Blu-ray in my hand that says Deadpool, I still can't believe it. We've got a Deadpool film, and I'm holding a Deadpool film in my hand on Blu-ray. It's just so surreal. I honestly never thought this would happen. I mean, I kind of thought it would happen eventually, but maybe like for another 10 years or something, because I think 20th Century Fox weren't too keen on making it at all. I don't think they would have made it if it wasn't for that test footage that leaked. Because I remember a few years back, you know, there was like a Deadpool leaked script going around, and I read some bits of it, never thinking it would actually be made. Not this soon anyway. And there were some bits in that script I think that actually made it into the film. And yeah, and of course that test footage leaked. I mean, my friend absolutely loved it. It was so cool, and obviously it had a massive, big, positive reaction from the fans, and it kind of forced 20th Century Fox to put it into production because everyone was like, "Make this film, make it now!" So yeah, they relented and went, fine, okay, we'll make the film, we'll just calm down, we'll do it. So finally they got around to actually making a Deadpool movie that was true to the comics, that was an accurate representation of the character, because let's just try and forget about what happened in X-Men Origins Wolverine. I just, you know, that wasn't Deadpool, was it? They called it Deadpool, but that wasn't Deadpool. You know, but Ryan Reynolds got the chance to come back and do the proper Deadpool in a proper R-rated Deadpool solo film, and it was just so great. It was everything it needed to be and more. It was everything I wanted it to be. I had such a great time watching Deadpool, and it's just so great because it's just so radically different tonally from any other comic book movie you get. It makes fun of itself, it makes fun of the genre, it makes fun of other celebrities and other films, it makes fun of Ryan Reynolds. It's just so meta, breaking the fourth wall, addressing the audience, all that kind of stuff that you wouldn't get in any other kind of superhero film. It's just so great that they just went all out, because they could have held back, they could have done a PG-13, they could have watered down a bit, but they just went all out and they made it true to the comics, and they did such a great job. Ryan Reynolds, of course, is made for Deadpool. He just is that character. I'm not a ginormous fan of Ryan Reynolds. I think he's good, but you know, he really is born to play Deadpool. That he practically is Deadpool. And he's been trying to get this film made for years, and they finally got the chance to do it. And of course there's going to be a Deadpool 2 now. Who would have thought that was going to happen? But of course, the film was so good, everyone loved it. Deadpool 2 is happening. What I don't hope happens is Fantastic Four 2. I really hope that doesn't happen. They removed it from the schedule. I think Deadpool 2 is going to take its place. Simon Kinberg was talking about moving ahead with it, but I hope to God that Fantastic Four 2 doesn't happen. I mean, Michael B. Jordan's left to join Marvel for Black Panther, so, you know, I hope they just drop Fantastic Four and let Fantastic Four revert back to Marvel. Probably won't happen, but I hope it does. But I like what they're doing with X-Men and Deadpool. You know, I like the X-Men films. majority of them, and Deadpool was great as well, so they can carry on making comic book movies like Deadpool. I'm looking forward to X-Force as well. I really hope. This is just a bit of, fan speculation on my part, but I would love for them to bring Matthew Vaughn back, because he did such a great job with X-Men First Class, one of my favourite X-Men movies, and he's known for doing crazy, awesome, violent, R-rated stuff like Deadpool. He did Kick-Ass, he did Kingsman. He's done an R-rated superhero movie in Kick-Ass. He's done an X-Men movie in First Class, so he would be perfect for an R-rated X-Men movie in X-Force. I would love to see that happen. And yeah, so that's all I really have to say about Deadpool. Okay, so there we go, that just about wraps up this kind of Blu-ray update video and those 3 new Blu-rays I've bought over the past few weeks. As far as an update on the videos goes, we've got Independence Day Resurgence coming out soon, so I'm probably going to do a video on the first Independence Day, because I'm going to rewatch it again before the new one comes out, and then I'll probably be doing a review for Independence Day Resurgence, so stay tuned for that. If you like this, make sure to click subscribe to see more. But for now, I've been David O'Sullivan. I'll see you next time. We're still here. It's over. Go home. What are you still doing here? Go. Just go.